Thank you, and thank you very much for having us on this panel. I guess the beauty of being third is that you don't have to cover some of the context. But I think one thing I was struck today, I just happened to open the Hindustan Times today, and the front page talks about the challenges that Delhi is facing over water scarcity now, and sort of looking at the coming threats in the summer. And I think that's very telling of the dynamics that are confronting us as we proceed as humanity into this future challenges. As we know, water, food, and energy are sort of cornerstones of human development, and as you think about the challenges over time, many of the conflicts and many of the strife has been driven by some of these challenges. And so as we know, each of these are sort of cornerstones of the human development, just as having clean air is kind of a fundamental element of future development for many of these countries. But as we know, each of these sources of energy have a very different impact on water and to some extent on food. And so, for example, just to give you some context, in China, some analysis that we did with Tsinghua University showed that the coal power plants use way more water than the entire industrial sector. That's the steel and the cement and the pulp and paper industries. And that energy, or that water use, is projected to grow by 60% between now and 2015. So you can see some of the challenges that are confronted as we go forward. And in the United States, many parts of the U.S. are facing some of the challenges and feeling the water stress from fracking as they're confronted with water that no longer is from clean sources and is no longer providing the kinds of stable supplies that many of them expected. So the way we use energy has a very big impact on water, as we know, but also the flip side, the way that we use energy is also having a big impact on the future of water scarcity and for a future of water challenges. And climate change is a very concrete example of that. As we know, and we're witnessing across the United States, and as countries are seeing, the impacts of climate change are being felt today, and they're driving significant changes in water, but also in lots of other issues. But I think the thing that should keep us all very concerned are the maps that the IPCC is consistently showing us that show some of the challenges as we confront a changing climate change on the water sector. Because without water, it's hard to produce food, as we know. Without water, it's hard for humanity to survive. It's a cornerstone of human beings, and without that kind of resources, we are left with a challenge. So I think as we confront this as humanity, we must understand that this interlinkage has implications, and it must drive us to a set of solutions that lead to a much cleaner future. And if we don't confront that challenge, we'll be left with potentially more and more of these kinds of challenges that will lead to social strife across the planet. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.